I felt like there's something wrong with me, like a mental illness. Why do I like female stuff a lot? Why do I feel this way? Am I not a boy? Am I born in the wrong body? So who am I as a person? Hi, I'm Opal Ophelia. I'm a House of Miss Joachim in Singapore. I'm just a gay boy who just want to look fabulous in drag.
How long have you been doing drag?
I've been doing drag for about nearly 5 years now. Yeah.
What dragged you into drag?
What dragged
I'm
me to
sorry.
drag? I started when I was 25. People kept calling me like very sissy. You're like a girl. You walk like a girl. You talk like a girl. You act like a girl. And my family would usually say like, if you do not act more boyish, then I'll put you in a skirt. And I want to prove to them that I'm a boy and to act girlish. So when I found out about drag, like I found out like drag is a thing. And when I got myself into drag, I feel like, oh, this is finally, I can just be myself. When I need to be very feminine, I can just go all out feminine, like beautiful hair, high heels, lashes, everything, makeup. But when I need to be a boy, I can just put my girl side aside and I can just be like totally boys.
So going back to your family, right? They were saying that, oh yeah, you're so feminine, and they say that they're gonna put you in a skirt if you don't behave more manly. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel very belittled. I felt like there's something wrong with me. I felt like it became like a mental illness. And to me, it's like, why do I like female stuff a lot? Why do I feel this way? Am I not a boy? Am I born in the wrong body? So from that time onwards, I was searching myself like, who am I as a person? Because when I grew up, I did not know a lot about the gay culture, and I don't have a lot of gay friends. So when I started researching on like stuff like, oh, am I gay? Am I transgender? I really thought that I was a transgender because I like girls things a lot. Whenever I see what my sister have, I would really like, I want those also. But after many years of really asking me that question and like sometimes going counseling and all that, I found out like I'm not really a transgender. So when I found drag, that was, like I said, that was my outlet of, being able to be as feminine as I want. But for me, I identify as gay.
How did your family reacted to it?
My mom and my sis, they don't know because they are back in Malaysia.
Okay.
And
Like right now, they don't know.
Right now, they don't know. They still don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my auntie, which is my mom's sister, she's
Okay.
the one that if you don't behave as a boy, I'll put you in skirt. But
Right.
she knows it because I stay with her.
Okay.
And one day I actually need to go out for an event and I need to dress up in drag. And they are all at home and they are still not asleep. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I just sat her down and I said, Auntie, I need to tell you something. Like, why do I have a lot of heels in my room and why do I have like dresses in my room? It's because of I'm doing this. And she was like, oh, okay. And as an Asian Chinese auntie, the first thing she asked is, do you make money from doing it? So I'm like, sometimes,
So practical.
But when I started dressing up and everything, and I went to the living room and she saw me, she was like, I think I don't know what goes through her mind, but she was looking at me from top to bottom, and I just asked her, am I pretty? And she's like, yeah, pretty. And then, and after that, okay, go for your event. I think she doesn't know what to say. But at the same time, I just wanted her to know, like, what I'm doing is actually, it's like a job. It's not just for fun. It's like a hobby also, but which sometimes generate income for me. So for them, it's like, that's okay. But if I'm doing for fun, they rather not me do things that is waste of money. And doing drag is not a cheap thing. So yeah.
I see. So let's talk about how your friends reacted.
Well, they were all very supportive.
Oh, okay.
They will be very like, oh my God, I did not know you can do it. I did not know like this was a thing. Like for my girlfriends, they'll be like, you must take me shopping. You must teach me how to do makeup. You must teach me how to walk in high heels. For my guy friends, whether they're gay or they're not gay, they'll be like, oh, this is so interesting. You look so different in drag. If you go out and you come to me in this form, I will never recognize you. They were all quite positive in general.
What were the rudest thing that you've ever heard? And then what was the thing that made you feel at your best?
Okay, so let's start with the good one. The best is people will say, you look fabulous, you're beautiful, like yes queen, work queen kind of thing. You know, like you're like girl, go girl. But some if either they're very drunk or they have a very very bad day, and then somehow you accidentally bump into the person, and they'll be like, you think you're all that. They'll say like you're just a knockoff of another queen. I'm like, I mean, what did I do wrong for you to say such thing to me? I mean, like, I did say sorry, or when I bump into you, I would just brush it off, and I would just be like, it's not my problem because this person has an issue and I don't have an issue with them. And I'll just say, same back to you, babe.
I think you've come really far as a person, especially with like a lot of societal pressures. Do you have any insecurities?
Oh, I have a lot of insecurities, a lot. My insecurities are based on my confidence as a boy. Like you will hear a lot of drag queens or like drag performers, they will tell you this like, when they put on their makeup, their costume, we are basically hiding behind a character. And this character basically is based on people we look up to. Like for me, I look up to singers, celebrities, prominent figure. For example, like Michelle Obama, Mariah Carey, not just because of their songs, but also their life and how they treat people and how they go about doing things. So when I'm in drag, I'm like, okay, I can do all this, whatever they do, I can do. But as a boy, I cannot take those kind of things and put it into my life because they are more feminine. As a child, I always been put down like, oh, you're too feminine, you're not boy enough. People will not accept you if you're going to act like this. As a child, I was also a little bit more overweight. Not to be like super big, but I was a bit plump. And I've always been fat shamed. I've been fat shamed by my relative, by my sister, and like the notion of like, oh, you stop eating, you thought you become like a pig kind of thing, and it became like I need to focus on a lot on like I need to do my best in certain things, like either it's my studies or like if I can draw very well, I need to show that I can draw super well. But to them it doesn't matter, so confidence is definitely a big issue for me. Image is definitely a big issue.
I'm not sure if like dating is especially hard for drag queens. How's love life for you?
So love life for me has always been a struggle also, whether I'm in drag or not in drag. A lot of gay guys, they wouldn't want to go out with someone who's so feminine, especially in Singapore. I think image to them is also very important. Like they need to walk with someone that is like, that can look like your bro. But if you are walking with someone who's like, it's like, la li la la la, very like a sissy gay boy, they wouldn't want that. One of my exes, it seems like we never go out in public together. Like it's always like he comes to my place or I go to his place. So I've never met his friends and I've never met his family. And one time when we went out for a movie, after the movie he said, oh, I'm going off to see my friend. And I'm like, but I thought today's our date day, like we're supposed to spend time together. And then he said, oh, you did not say that, so I made plans with my friends. I'm like, okay lah, then can I go along with you since it's an IT fair and I also want to go and see IT stuff where I want to buy some stuff. And he said, no, like if you want to go, you go alone lah. He looked at me from head to toe again. And I'm like, what's wrong with my dressing? He's like, you do not dress so like normal people, like because I will have like a cardigan and then with like with a fitted t-shirt and then like skinny jeans, Then I'm like, what's wrong with it? But to him, it's like too gay, too gay. Then when I started to tone down, that was way after breaking up with him, and I started dating other people. Like when I tell them, like I'm actually interested in doing drag. Like, what do you think? And a lot of my exes, they tell me like, do not do drag. Like, I do not want to date with a drag person, or like, I don't think it's a good idea if you do drag because it'll be very weird for us. Like, then what are we like? I'm not into women kind of thing. So I think a lot of them are scared that I will one day decide to transition to be a woman, but it means that they do not know me as a person deeply, like they don't see me as their partner, like long-term partners. I also have encountered people whom I'm very interested in, and we had gone out on date, and they're also interested in me. But when they find out that I do drag, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't date drag queens. And I'll be like, I'm not dressed up like this every single day, and I will only do it when I have gigs. People discriminate me, but I don't want to discriminate people. Like, I'm half Malay, I'm half Chinese. So with Chinese people, I'm not Chinese enough. With Malay people, I'm not Malay enough. Yeah, I always thought like being inside this community is all about empowering, and we grow together as a community. But when the straight community would like look down on us, sometimes we are proving them right. Yes, we understand everyone have a preference, but it doesn't make it right for you to say like, oh, you're not welcome.
Right. Do you have any idea like how can this community come together again?
If you want to talk about inclusivity, when someone comes along, do not shun them away. Do not say like you wouldn't understand. We just don't bitch about someone and then not go and talk to that person. Like if I don't like, for example, it's Vin, if I don't like you, I just, people were like, oh, Vin is this and that, and oh my God, he's such a terrible person. But what I hear is from other people, and I do not know you as a person.
What is Pink Dot to you?
Wow, Pink Dot for me is to see our straight allies and our family coming together and embracing in public to say like, yes, I have a queer friend. Yes, I have a gay son. Yes, I have a lesbian daughter. It's a heartwarming thing, like, especially when we don't have a time where all queer people can come together with their families and their allies to say like it's okay to be you. And I just wish that it's not just one day. I just wish it's like every day is okay to be you. As a foreigner in this country, in Singapore, if I'm able to go to Pink Dot, which I had been before, it's just a lot of love. I can feel everyone's in the sun, everyone is sitting down on grass, just be me, just be as queer as I want out there, whether I'm in drag or out of drag. I would just love to go back to Pink Dot again. Yeah. Well, to Pink Dot organizer, I want to thank you so much for organizing Pink Dot. If without you guys who organized this, for us queer people, we would still be afraid to come out, to show the general population that queer is not weird. We are still human beings. To our own queer LGBTQA plus community, I just want to say like, if you really say you love to be in this community, show it. Don't just say it. Don't just post pride flag, queer flag, or trans flag. Don't just post it. Show it. Show it genuinely. Don't just use words, but use actions. If you say you want to be accepted, you have to accept someone first. We all can learn from one another. The more we segregate one another, the more we set ourselves back many, many years. And to our straight allies, thank you so much for always loving us, supporting us, sometimes looking up to us for like fashion tips and like makeup tips. But at the same time, you don't need to be afraid of us, because end of the day, we are also people who make economy run. We also put up designs, arts, music out there. We are also people who actually do your accounts, do your admin work. We are people who work in restaurants and clean up people's trays. We are also people who deliver your food to your home in this time of COVID. We are no different from anyone. If you cut me, I still bleed red color blood. If I cut you, you're also red color blood. Despite which ethnicity, skin tone color, country that you come from, we are all the same. So happy Pride, people.
If you could go back maybe like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, right? To say something to yourself, what would it be?
So what I would say to my younger self is that, first of all, you're fabulous. You are unique in every way. You are loved. You are who you are. There's nothing wrong with being feminine. But just because you know who you are doesn't make it right for you to disturb people's peace and people's point of view. Always respect other people's outlook of life, but never ever take it too personally, because they do not go through what you go through. Take on criticism when it's needed, but at the same time, do not ever give up on yourself. There's always people out there rooting for you. That's what RuPaul like to say. If you can't love yourself, how the hell anyone else could love you back?
Thank you so much for spending the time with us. Thank you.
I don't want to take out. Can I sleep in it?
You look gorgeous.
If I don't like, I'll just say that like, I like bitch. No. Like,